In this quick tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how you can use the editor to edit and customize any aspect of your post. To edit your post, click on any post tile within your content calendar that you're looking to customize. From the post preview, you can click Edit Design to enter our editor, where you have access to tons of tools that will help make customizing your designs super easy. When you land in the editor, you're going to land here in the templates area. Here you can access your own saved templates if you've saved your own custom templates, but you'll also have access to tons of amazing suggested templates as well. And you'll notice that these suggested templates hold a very neutral color palette, which is great, but you can very easily apply your brand colors if you have brand colors set up. To do that, just click the Quick Controls button in the top of the preview here, and then very quickly you can choose from the color palettes that are suggested to you based on your brand colors. So if you just quickly want to apply your main color palette, you can go ahead and select that one here, or click from different variations of your brand color to see how they show up in your suggested templates. So we'll go ahead and select this first one. Here you can see that all of the suggested templates are the same as they were before, but now they have your brand colors applied. So again, just a very easy way to visually see how your brand colors would show up on the suggested templates. So you can scroll through to swap templates. You would just simply click on the template you want to use. As you can see, it's not changing the unique AI generated text. It's simply swapping the template. All of the templates have dedicated areas for your headshots and your contact variables, your logo placement, and all of those good things. So again, you can just very easily scroll through, find a template you like, and choose the one you want to run with. Even after selecting a template, everything can be customized however you'd like it to be, and I'll show you some of those tools that you have access to today. So once you've selected your template, let's say you want to go ahead and maybe update something on your design. Perhaps you want to change the text. One of the first things I always like to point out is just that you have the linking tool here in the top left of the editor, where you can choose whether you want your changes to apply to all slides or just one independent slide. So for example, let's say I really like this template, but I want to go ahead and update the text. Maybe I want to make the subtext bold. If you double click on any text, you have this text toolbar. And because my slides are linked together, if I go ahead and bold the subtext field, you can see that that change is being applied on all of my slides, which is great. I don't have to go in and do that manually on each slide independently. Let's say I also want to go ahead and make the main text a little bit bigger. Again, I can double click on the text. Now I have this gorgeous toolbar here that I can go ahead and use to adjust the text on my design. Maybe I want to go as far as changing the text or the font type, I should say. You can go ahead and choose a font using the preview here. And again, because my slides are linked in the top left corner, all of those changes are being applied to all of my slides. So again, just saving you some extra work, not having to go ahead and make those changes on every slide independently. Inside that text toolbar, you also have access to changing the font color, or maybe you want to swap your characters from lowercase to uppercase. You've got those controls there. You can bold your text, italicize it, underline it, and of course, adjust the text alignment. Inside of templates, you also have the ability to click into reels. If you wanted to swap your carousel to a reel instead, you would just click on reels, and here you can scroll through and select a reel that you want to use. These reels all have background videos, shapes applied as decorative elements, calls to actions, all of those good things applied automatically. So you can just simply scroll through, find one that you like, and it'll swap your carousel to the reel of your choice. Of course, just like the carousel, everything on your design is customizable. So you can double click, you can move things around, you can adjust colors, fonts, all of those good things. You'll also notice that when you click into Reels, you'll now have access to more background videos. So if you find a template that you like, but you just want to choose a different background video, you can go through, you can select a different background video under the Reels tab, and now you're good to go. You also will have access to sounds. So here you can very quickly pop into sounds and choose a sound that you like. You can also filter by genre here as well. So let's say you're a country lover and want to click into the country music selection. You can go ahead and filter it that way. You've got rock, dance, trendy, and pop as well. So you've got lots of options in there. Just for the sake of showing you the editor, I'm going to click back into a carousel. So to swap that back, I'm just going to click back into images here, and I'm going to choose a carousel that I want to use instead of that reel. Next, you have images. So let's say you find a template that you like. Maybe we'll go with this one. Maybe you really, really like this one. Again, you can swap out colors if you wanted to see how other colors would look for this specific template. Maybe you want to move things around. You've got all of those controls. You also have the ability to swap background images. So here in the images tab, you have access to over 12,000 background images from interiors to exteriors, kitchens, bedrooms, bathrooms, neighborhoods in specific locations. So you've got access to tons of variety here in the images tabs. You can scroll, or you can use the search and filter options. You can search for a keyword, or you can scroll through and use our image tags to narrow your search results down. And very easily, once you find an image that you want to use as your background, you can click the 3 dots and choose set as background, and that will swap the background image used in your carousel. So again, 3 dots, set as background image, and you are good to go. Okay. You can see as well that all of the changes that I'm making are being applied across all of my slides here. And again, that's because I'm linked. If you, let's say, wanted to use a specific background image for each slide that's a little bit unique to one another, you can click into the slide you want to edit next. You can see now that my link is broken. And now if I go ahead and select set as background, so we'll go ahead and use this one. My first image has remained the same. My second one is unique. And again, I can click into my third one. And because my link is broken, this change is only being applied to this specific slide. So this is a great option if you're looking to create a carousel with unique images on every background. Again, if you find a background image that you really like that you want to use, you can simply go ahead, link up your slide. So now my paperclip is back on. I'm linked. Now when I choose set as background, all images are updated with the photo that I choose. So again, set as background. And again, because I'm linked, those changes are being applied across the whole design. The other thing you can do as well, so let's say, maybe I did unlink my slides and I chose a very unique background image. Maybe I went back to that first color palette. What you can do as well, so let's say you like this slide a little bit better. If you want to apply those changes to all slides, you can simply take the slide you're looking to mirror and double click it. As you can see now, it's applied the color palette that I really like, the background image that I really like, and again, I didn't have to edit them individually. I went ahead and I just double clicked on the slide that I wanted to mirror, and now all slides have those exact same design elements. The other thing you can do inside the images tab here is navigate to the folder area. This is great for anyone who set up their own favorites folder, or maybe you've built out some custom folders like your uploads, or maybe specific neighborhoods or interiors that you've either uploaded yourself or you've curated from our library. So again, folders, then you have access to your uploads here. You can scroll through your favorites folder if you've set up a favorites folder, and you can navigate to those custom folders. Just to show you how you can set that up very, very quickly, you can go ahead and just very easily heart images from the library here. So all I'm doing is I'm clicking the heart in the top left corner of the image, and you'll see that they'll land here in my favorites folder. So everyone has a favorites folder, and to use your favorites folder, you'll just go ahead and choose those hearts on the images that really resonate with the look and feel that you're looking to show up with. This is one of my favorite things to do because it makes it very, very easy for you to navigate to images that you already know that you really like and love. And then you can also tell the platform in the future, once you've created a big enough favorites folder, to pull only from your favorites folder if that's a setting that you might want to explore. Now, while you're in the favorites folder, if you ever do want to create custom folders, you also have the ability to do that. So you've got the create folder button here, where you can go ahead and you can rename it. So let's say you want to go ahead and call this exteriors. You can go ahead, click the 3 dots, rename, and then exteriors. You can choose a color code for it if you wanted to have it maybe a specific color. We'll go ahead and choose that one and then just click update. And now I've got my new folder that I can add images to. To add images to custom folders, you can go ahead, click the three dots, click add to folder, and choose where you want your image to be organized. That's it for images. Up next, you've got the ability to add shapes to your designs now, which is really, really great. Maybe you just want to add a simple line here at the bottom that's just nice and professional. You can go ahead and choose the shape type you want to use, or you can select it from the main menu here. Then select the image or the shape you want to add to your design, and you can go ahead and do that very, very easily. With shapes, you can of course resize them, you can reposition them, you can even rotate them. Let's say you wanted to add, maybe instead of being across the bottom of your design, you want it kind of in this bottom corner. You can go ahead and adjust your line rotation or your shape rotation using the rotation tool there. Just to make this pop a little bit more, let's set it to a white. I'm just double clicking it, then selecting the color circle here and selecting the color I want it to be from the color wheel. So again, just a very easy way for you to add shapes to your design. We'll go ahead and we'll just set this back to a straight line. So you can see those controls there. And now again, you've got the ability to adjust as needed. The other thing you have access to with shapes and images, if you're adding images to your design as more of that sticker effect, if you click on any shape or any image that you've added to your design, you also have the ability to adjust shape transparency. So if you just wanted to add a simple line, but you didn't want it to be fully solid, you can go ahead and you can adjust the transparency using the slider here. Same goes for images. So let's say we go ahead, we change our mind, we don't want the shape. Maybe you want to go ahead and add an image to your design, not as a background image, but let's say a sticker. You can go ahead and select, let's see if I can choose one from the same carousel here. So we'll go ahead with this one. Maybe we want to have that added to your design. You could, of course, resize it, reposition it however you'd like. And then, of course, you have the ability to adjust the transparency here as well. So again, if you wanted that on your design, but you didn't want it fully solid, just like the shapes, you've got image transparency here as well, where you can adjust as needed. So lots of customization tools there. I'll go ahead and delete that just for now. That would be a great option if you wanted to, let's say, build out a collage of images, one slide with multiple images on it. You've got the option to add it to your design as a sticker. So again, instead of clicking the three dots and choosing set as background, you can go ahead and click on the image and it'll bring it in as a floating element that you can adjust. You can corner round, you can adjust the transparency, all of those good things. So again, corner rounding is just here in the image rounding tab. And now you've got rounded edges instead of a perfect square. Next, you can add text to your designs if you wanted to add something static like you're seeing buy, move, sell. Maybe you wanted to add your name really big or a specific call to action. You can click into text, click add text, and here you can adjust again to swap over that sample text to something specific. Double click the text and you can overwrite it as needed. Then you have this brand new branding area here on the left-hand side, which is one of my favorites. This just gives you a very quick way to adjust your branding. Let's say something very, very simple. Maybe for this post specifically, you didn't want your brokerage name or your team name, or maybe you just didn't want your website on it. You can adjust your toggles here, and that will reflect on your designs automatically. So you don't have to remove them manually. You can adjust them here using these toggles. So as you can see, if I toggle them off, they're removed from your design, and toggling them on will add them to your design. The other thing I just wanted to point out very quickly, if you did want to make long-lasting changes to your brand settings, you don't have to do them from in your persona and brand outside of the editor. You can actually do that here while you're in the editor, which is great for a visual. If you did want to, let's say, adjust your default, you can select the persona you want to adjust. Let's say it's something like adjusting your brand colors. You can select the persona you want to change, select your new brand colors, save it, and you've got that two-way communication where you're updating here inside of the editor and it's speaking to your brand settings. So you've got those options as well. Here you can also adjust and add headshots and logos. So you've got a little bit of a bank here where you can add more. And if you already have more than one headshot, this is a great way where you can just kind of see what variation you like best. So if you had more than one option, they would show here in your headshots, same with your logos. And of course, again, you can toggle on and off the images that you want to have showing up on your designs. In the top toolbar here, you also have layer control. This is really helpful. Let's say if you wanted to go ahead and add a shape to your design. So maybe we'll just add a simple triangle just for today's demonstration. Go ahead and add that to your design. We can go ahead, maybe we'll add it. We want it to be below this text. As you can see, it's sitting on top, which makes it super hard to read your text. So if you did want to adjust how that shows up, you can click into your layers. Here's your triangle. If you wanted it to be towards the bottom, you can, of course, adjust that control here. Maybe we'll go ahead and just drag that actually right to the bottom so that you can be sure it's sitting below the text. This one actually has quite a few layers, but there we go. Now you've got your triangle just kind of sitting below your main text field, more as like a decorative design element. So you've got your layer control, and you also have brightness controls as well. So if you wanted your design to be darker or lighter, you've got the ability to choose your tint. So you can choose white or black, and then of course the strength between light and dark as well. You also have access to your color palettes as well. So outside of just your 2 brand colors, if you want to create additional color palettes that hold up to 4 colors, you can go ahead, you can select a new or create a new color palette, and then again, toggle between color palettes here in this view as well. So if you just very quickly wanted to adjust colors, you've got those controls here. Again, you've got the ability to create new color palettes and all of those good things. Once you're happy with your color palette, you can of course click out, and you also have undo and redo options as well, which is great if you, let's say, add something that you're not loving. So maybe we go ahead and we add an image as a sticker, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. You've got the option to just very quickly click undo, and it'll remove or undo your last action. You also have redo. So if you like something, you accidentally clicked Control Z or undo, you can apply it back to your design by clicking redo. You also have the ability to save templates, which I touched on just at the beginning of this tutorial. So clicking into templates, you have your save templates here. Let's say you've created this design and you really like it. You can go ahead and you can click save as template and save as new template. That will save this specific template to your library of saved templates, which makes it super easy in the future if you just want to quickly navigate to something that you really like that you've created in the past. Maybe you're just looking for some inspo on posts that you've really liked that you've created and customized before. And again, no different than the suggested templates. If you did want to use a template from your saved templates, you would simply click on it. It won't adjust the AI text. It'll just give you that brand new design. And once you are ready, you're happy with your design and you're ready to return to the post preview, you can click save and exit, then save and exit one more time to return to the post preview with your new edits applied to your design, where then you can of course review your post, take a peek at more features, and when you're ready, click schedule and approve to schedule and approve your post. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and of course, if you have any questions on editing or customizing your designs, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@RealEstateContent.ai.